What is up, A-Team? Welcome back. AuzSOME here. Hope everyone's having an awesome day or not, depending on what happened. Hope it's awesome. And yes, we're back at it. I've been gone for quite some time, but we are back here. It's been a busy couple weeks for me. Obviously, things going crazy with just soccer, everything like that. But back at it today, markets are looking like trash. I'll tell you that 100%. Markets are not looking too hot. Been following those throughout the last couple of days. Been downtrending over and over and over. And I guess it can get a little exhausting to see the markets continue to trend down here. But I do want to say what's up to everyone here in the chat. Good to see everyone here. We got Joe in the house, Derek, August, the Angry Spam. What's up, man? F. Joe, what's up, man? Dynastic Wolf, Auto Pops, Kevin B, Colonel. It's good to see everyone here. Right, Rich, Tommy Savage. What is going on? What is going on? So, yes, we are here. Let's take a look at the chart. You can see right now things are, starting to kind of try to recover here in the last 24 hours. This morning, obviously, went down pretty hot, but we bounced up pretty nicely. Again, still in the green over the 24-hour mark, but the things were looking pretty damn dim this morning. Right around like 5 a.m. this morning, I was like, oh, my gosh. But we're starting to maybe have a little bit of a comeback here. Even the markets are coming back here. The Dow dipped pretty hot this morning, now back up about 119 points. You can see the S&P 500 sitting here about 24 points up, and the NASDAQ definitely taking a pounding right now at 222 points. Still, again, everyone's kind of worrying about what's going to happen here with the tariff rollout. We're 2 days away from this happening, right? Wednesday is going to be the tariff day. April 2nd, I think is what it is. So everyone's kind of freaking out about this. But the biggest news of the day and the reason why the markets are down, so people were asking, why are the markets down? Why are the markets taking a tank? Well, the biggest thing here is there is the talks of stagflation. Like I said, stagflation, we've been actually talking about stagflation for years. If you guys been following me, we talked about how stagflation most likely what will happen. I actually announced this. My father, if you guys don't remember, he was actually on the channel talking about stagflation over 2 years ago, saying how we run a bigger risk with our inflation numbers the way they are. If you go back to 1980 and where those things are at, we fell into what's called stagflation there. And stagflation is actually worse than a recession if you come think about it. So what we don't want to go into is stagflation, even though it's looking like that kind of is the trajectory of where we're going right now. But we've talked about stagflation for over 2 years now on this channel, saying that that's most likely what was going to happen after a Biden administration. And here we are going into what some experts consider going to be stagflation. So this is kind of something to be concerned about here. You can see right here, economic growth in the first quarter was just 0.3%. which again is not the greatest. It says the survey shows that the PCE inflation will remain stuck at around 2.9 for most of the year. So that's the issue right there, right? 2.9% for most of the year. And you can see that we're going to obviously have the tariffs that are going to be a big concern here. We'll have to continue down the road, but I do still think that third and fourth quarter, we're going to probably see a little bit of a bounce back here. But I do want to bring that up here. That's probably the biggest reasons what we're seeing today. The fears of stagflation, along with the fears of what the tariffs are going to do to the economy. So there is that. Tobias, what's up, man? Big D, Big Dog, what's up, man? Good morning to you as well. Stagflation demand supposedly insolvent terrorists has many reasons to be down. What's up, Nick? Good to see you, bud. Evan, what's up? What's up? No tariff today. It's Libertarian Day. What's up, Lionheart? You guys are funny. Yo, what's up, Colonel? Scott, Triple D, what's up, man? April 2nd priced in. Let's F and go. Yeah, the market's looking. Let's take a look at the charts right now. I was just looking at H-bar this morning. H-bar took a pretty big. H-bar is declining pretty good. You can see there's a pretty big fair value gap right here around the 12.5 to 11. Some people are actually saying we can get down there. Again, I'm not going to say I'm going to be shocked if it does, but it's kind of disappointing to sort of see that could be down there that far. But what I was trying to say here in my title right now is that we're down, well over 50%. From where we're at with a lot of things, right? This is over 58% down right now. And the good part is that we're 58% down from its all-time high here. So to get back to 100% here, we're down over 58%. To get back over 100% up on our bag, we got to go back up to about roughly around 32. So that's actually not that bad. When you start to think about it, like we're down 58%, but to gain 100% on what you just purchased, if you bought something today, you only got to get up to 31 cents. And again, that's not, it's doable. Obviously, it's showing you on the map that it's doable. It's on the charts, it's doable. But really, I was looking at XRP here this morning when I was looking at doing my thumbnail here. And very similar to this, you can see that if we go from our all-time highs down here all the way to the bottom here. We're at 46%. Some people are calling us to get down to this 50% marker, which is right at this 168. Some people are still calling for that 168, which would put us down 50% from our high of this cycle at $3 and almost 40 cents right there. But the great thing is that, okay, let's just say that it does drop down there. Let's play devil's advocate here. Let's play worst case scenario. It does get down to $1.68. We're down 50%. The good part is to get back to 100% on your gains, man. We only got to get back to roughly, like I said, back to this 380. So even if it drops down to this 168, if we get back to the top up here, it's about 100% gain. So a 50% loss, you buy right here, we have a chance for it to get back to the 100% gain. It's not that bad. When you start to really look at the numbers and where it is, a 50% drop, you'll need 100% gains. So, I get that some people don't want to go down there. I'd rather stay where it's at right now. The best part about this chart for me, though, is that the chart that has remained, and we haven't changed this chart since well over, November. This retracement right here, which is on the weekly. We can even go to the day chart if we wanted to. What's crazy about this Fibonacci chart right here that we've placed literally, this has been over here. You guys have been following me. This Fibonacci has stayed here. I've not switched this Fibonacci chart at all, right? All I've done is extend the Fibonacci off this pole every single time. And what I want to tell you guys here is that every time we seem to hit this fair value or this golden pocket right here, which again is anywhere from $2.08 to $2.01. You can see right here that we have a nice bounce back up and we clear it out every single time, dude. Even here, we bounce back up to here. Came back down, we hit this $2 mark. What do? We bounce back up here. We came down, we hit it again. What do? We bounce back up again. And now we just hit it again. And what do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? I just want to, honestly, just look at this from just open up your eyes. What do you think is going to most likely happen off this trend? We hit it here, we bounced up, right? Every time we seem to hit this nice little golden pocket that we've created and followed this trend for a long time. Like, this isn't just like some random chart that I pulled out my ass. Like, this is a chart that we've been following for months, November, December, January, February, March, April. We're going into 6 months of following this Fibonacci chart, dude. And if you're honestly looking at it, XRP bounces strong. Yeah, it's going to bounce back most likely. More likely than not, we're going to have a nice, healthy bounce back here for a nice little profit. So, like, again, I get that people get a little fearful. There's all the stuff out here of XRP plunges below 2, becomes the worst performing top altcoin. You're going to see all these things out there about people saying how bad it is. And it's like the worst performing top 10 altcoin. It's like, what is going on here, dude? The chart is the most healthiest chart out of any chart here. It's the easiest predicting chart out of any chart in crypto right now. You can see that the RSIs are down. The day chart RSI is down. The 4 hours down, the 12 hours down, the 1 hour down. What do you think is going to happen here? It's funny to me that they talk about this, but I get a kick out of it because, like I said, we've been following these charts for quite a while now. And, we're going to probably more likely than not have a nice little bounce back. Will it happen? Could we continue down? Maybe. But the charts and the trends are telling us otherwise. And so I'd rather stick to the charting than anything else. Bro, I'm riding for under $2 so I can slap a few grand and get into retirement. All right, Corbin. It's not Trump. It's the media purposely causing the FUD. Yeah, the media is stoking a lot of the fears. They always do, always will. Wash, rinse, repeat, goes up. Trump says something, goes down. I know, right? This is actually a pretty easy market to be making some money on some swing trades if you're actually, if you have the funds to and the wherewithal of knowing that, hey, you might be down for a couple weeks, you might be down for a month, if you get into a position on accident. People go out there, trade all the time. As long as you're not leverage trading, you can always work your way out of a position. I truly believe that. I don't think there's anything out there that could tell me otherwise, that you couldn't work your way out of a position. We've been working our way out of, it might take you 3 years to work your way out of a position, but at least you can work your way out of the position and get your money back. A lot of people who put their money into margin trades, those are the people that are getting liquidated. Those are people that are getting, whether it's through longs, whether it's through shorts, those are people that are actually hurting the most, especially in a market that's so unpredictable like this. But again, if you're actually buying to hold and DCAing in and doing that kind of stuff, I don't think that it's not a lose-lose situation. I actually think that you're in a pretty good scenario. Maybe less of a bounce, which seems like each time it hits, the less the bounce. Yeah. So we'll more likely than not have a nice little bounce back here at some point. I mean, like I said, you follow the trends. The trends are telling us otherwise, that we have a nice little, every time we hit this, we seem to have a nice little bounce back. There's probably one time right here where this hit, bounced back, and then came back down and hit again before we hit the cycle's all-time highs. But we do have nice little bounce backs when this thing happens. So, we'll see what happens. Like I said, yeah, it got smaller, right? Boom, came back down, boom, came back down. We are in a little bit, you could say it's a downtrend because we're going down. We hit a lower high, then a lower low, but we've stayed around this area. We haven't hit a lower low yet. Since February 3rd of 2025, we have not hit a lower low. So each time this actually happens, it's kind of looking pretty good. And this is an anomaly right here. Just to let everyone know, this is that tariff talk. This is like the first, fear of everything going on. This was the big liquidation event in the market right here. But XRP continues to hold strong through it. So, again, we're at the bottoms here. This is probably a good time to start accumulating through here. Anytime that we start to hit the bottom on the day chart right here, things seem to trickle back up. The 12 hours obviously starting to come back just slightly right here. You can see the 12 hours coming up nicely. The 4 hour coming back up here, right? So what are we going to say? We're going to probably climb our way back up and have a nice little rally. We'll see what happens though. Like I said, I could be wrong here. I could be wrong. But day chart's looking pretty good from an RSI standpoint. Everything is actually looking pretty good on an XRP chart. If you were able to buy this bottom right here. I wish I was close to Trump. I would have to become a trillionaire. Or wouldn't we all? In long term, Trump will be very good for us. Some people believe that, yeah. Some people believe that for sure. Is there a bear market? Is this the bear market? This could be, it's like what they say is it's going to be, short-term pain for long-term gains. That's the saying out there right now. Short-term pain for long-term gains. That's what we're going for. And so you'll hear that probably said a lot, but I mean, that's kind of where we're at. Everyone's going through some short-term pain in hopes of the long-term gains of what we're going to get here. That's including inflation, that's including tariffs, that's including all this kind of stuff. So, again, you have someone out here, you have Michael Saylor coming out here purchasing $1.92 billion at $86,000. What do you think happens when Michael Saylor buys Bitcoin? Bitcoin seems to take a shit. It's down to 8. This thing went all the way down. If we go back and actually look at where Bitcoin was this morning, he bought it at 86. So he bought it at kind of the top of where this was at. And as you guys know, Bitcoin came all the way down to 81 this morning. So, as much as where we're at right now, every time Michael Saylor seems to purchase, the next day the markets seem to go down. So you can see that this is kind of what happened here, is that they have acquired a total of 528,185 Bitcoin. That's insane, dude. Damn, that's insane. So anytime Michael Saylor purchases, you should realize that the markets are going to probably go a little bit backwards. Seems to always be the trend, so something to watch for. But again, Michael Saylor is still buying Bitcoin, even at prices that are, he's down on this purchase right now. So someone could probably do the math and tell me how much he's down. He put 1.92 billion in. It was at 86. Now it's at 83. So yeah, pretty wild. Dry powder goes in the. Is it possible to get another dump down this week? I mean, I think it's happening right now. I think it's happening right now. Here's one thing that I think is super important as well, is that you have BlackRock CEO Larry Fink warns that unchecked U.S. debt could threaten the dollar reserve status, with Bitcoin emerging as a potential alternative. So you have one of the most powerful, probably, CEOs in the world here, Larry Fink, actually coming out and talking more about the positivities of what Bitcoin could do. Again, I don't care where you're at with Bitcoin. You could think it's a piece of shit. You could think it's trash, whatever. Doesn't matter. What it comes down to is that on a global scale, Bitcoin has become the digital gold. The good thing is that I do think that I hope that we're bringing down the U.S. debt. I definitely do hope that we're trying to do that. So it would be nice for us to bring down some U.S. debt. Bob Fox, a member for 3 months, dude. Welcome. Thank you so much, Bob, for being a member for 3 months, dude. Appreciate you a ton. Appreciate you guys all being here. Mike, 18, tell me something good. Well, I think that, like I was showing here, this is what I was talking about, something good here with the XRP chart, is anytime we seem to get around these $2 marks right here on the fib, anytime we get around this marker, we seem to actually have a nice little rally. So it wouldn't surprise me if we actually got back up to 225, 230, maybe on this little rally here. That wouldn't shock me at all. And Bob Fox coming in hot with 10 gifted memberships. Thank you so much, Bob, for gifting 10 memberships. If Bob gifted you a membership, please say thank you to Bob. And those 10 new members, welcome to the A-Team. Appreciate you all being here. We got Joey in the house here. Joey gifting 5 memberships as well. What's up, Joey? Thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships to A-Team. If Joey gifted you a membership, please say thank you to him as well. And those 5 new members, welcome, and appreciate you guys all still being here. Like I said, I've been very, very inconsistent with my streams. Just had a lot going on with the kids, with everything going on in life, and sometimes I can't get on. So hopefully I'm on all week this week and ready to kick it. So Yeah, appreciate you for all the donated the memberships. That's fantastic. Only in the future we'll see the outcome. Absolutely, Pinocchio. Luckily, the price is clearly manipulated. It should have been 10 by now. Looking at the statistics, anyway. Austin will win the bet for the 300 XRP. You're good, Jaco, man. You're good, dude. I won't hold you over for the XRP, dude. But I do appreciate you, man. Yeah, that was a good bet. It was a good bet. I mean, unless something crazy happens tonight, we go up in massive price. But yeah, I appreciate you, Jaco, just being here and always showing up and showing out. Yeah, that was good. That was a good bet, though. That's the way it should go. Thanks for the gift. Oh, Nathaniel got a gift of membership. Yeah, you're allowed to live, Austin. I appreciate that, Pinocchio. What's your thoughts on the GME? It's all hype or not? GME went off because of the whole Bitcoin thing. GameStop, dude. GME is will always probably. A lot of us got into GameStop. A lot of us held through that whole thing. Obviously, I don't hold anymore. I sold during that whole event. But GameStop will always be there, man. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't know if it's all hype, but definitely doing good. What's the update on the Pure Wallet? Well, as you guys know, the Pure Wallet's still going for pre-sale right now. You guys can still jump in on the pre-sale. There's still the leaderboard going. I think that actually the leaderboard's been going pretty good. There's been some pretty good buys for Pure Wallet. There's obviously some pretty good amount of purchases coming through with the Pure Wallet, as you can see on their leaderboard. But the cool thing is that they came out, I think hopefully they post out, they've been doing some interface stuff. There's going to be a dark mode coming out for Pure Wallet, which would be badass. Yeah, that's kind of where it's at right now. There's some other good things coming out, and hopefully they're going to be going to the Bitcoin conference in May, and then hopefully sometime around there. I'm hoping that they launch at that point, right? I mean, we all got some money in the pre-sale and ready to see that thing rock and roll. So I was expecting to wake up below 2. Yeah, almost got there, dude. Every time I remember the crypto summit in the White House, I laugh hysterically. Yeah, the crypto summit was kind of a bet is a bet made. I owe you 300 XRP. We just need to decide on the price. I don't hold back. No, I get that, bro. I get that. I get it, dude. I had to buy that. Didn't fill. Oh, you had 2 buys that didn't fill. Damn, dude. On you're talking about on XRP, dude. We have GameStop in Austria. Nice. I didn't know you have GameStop over there. All right. Don't remind me. I'm just here for the clickbait title. Hey. What's up, Adam? Good to see you, buddy. I think it's more just manipulation of the market. I think the fear is already out there. We already know the tariffs are coming. What is everyone freaking out about? Most retail investors are kind of we're just doing our thing, dude. So I don't know I don't really know why the market is feeling the way it is. We already know the tariffs are coming, and he'll probably hold back. Like I said, it's probably not going to be on a scale of what we all think it's going to be. It's all used for political positioning. It's all used as bargaining. It's all used as the art of the deal of what he's trying to do. I'm not even sweating the tariff thing, dude. I'm really not sweating the tariff stuff. But the media is making it a big deal. Seems to always stoke the fires, and so that's kind of where it is. Did I win a membership? If so, thank you. No, it didn't look like you got a membership, bro. My SHRP is going to go up, so I need to sell everything. I really wish they would set a launch date. I can't put money into something that is open-ended. Been down that road before. Yeah, I don't know if when they're gonna put a date in there. To be honest with you, I don't know. Like I said, that'd be nice to know too. Yeah, I'm with you. We'll see. I'm assuming that if I had to put a prediction in there, like I said, if I had to think of when the best time would be, obviously the best time if I were a project, if I'm going to Bitcoin, if I'm going to be at Bitcoin 2025 in Las Vegas, I have a booth there. I want to present my Pure Wallet with Bitcoin, everything in there. If I had more likely than not, if I was a project, I'd probably hold off till after that. Right? If I were a project, it'd be dumb to do it before that. But at the same time, I don't know. Like I said, I don't run a project. I'm not a dev of a project. I'm guessing after everyone gets used to how Trump's tariffs really affect us and get used to the new admin. I don't think it's real. I just don't think the tariffs going to affect us as much as people think they are. I truly believe that, dude. I truly believe that the tariffs are not going to affect us. No one talked about the tariffs that we put on China. China is one of our biggest importers, right? We import some of the most, almost a majority of our stuff comes from China, dude. And we actually put a tariff. Trump put a tariff on China back in 2016, and the Biden administration never lifted that tariff. And we don't talk about that, and yet that tariff still exists today with China's goods. So, like, it's just funny how we put these fears out there, yet no one was talking about the whole China thing. It's kind of weird, but I mean, and when we got the cameras, Austin's streaming. What's up, Lord? Good to see you, dude. Buy a car now or you'll need one. Scare money doesn't make money. Absolutely, Adam. China, Japan, and South Korea agree to jointly respond to U.S. tariffs. It's going to be red April. We'll see. It's not going to be as bad as everyone thinks. At least that's my personal opinion. China owns farmland in the U.S. Yeah, I saw that they're going to try to take that out there. So we got that. Obviously, this is bullish, right? Anytime that there's a massive amount of Tether minted, that seems that like people are going to be buying up Bitcoin, be buying up crypto. So there is something to think about when we start seeing stuff like that. Another one right here. This is something if you guys are into SUI. So this is kind of this could be some fun, right? This could be some fear. This can cause some fun, some fear, some uncertainty and doubt out there with people. Is that the unlocking of tokens? As you guys know, there's a lot of projects out there that have unlocking of token. Ondo, SUI, a lot of other projects have unlocking of tokens. XRP had an unlock. It will have an unlocking of tokens tomorrow as well, beginning of the month. Actually, tell you the truth, I think they go unlock today for XRP. So a lot of these things happen. So these cause markets to go or cause prices to go down. So SUI could definitely be one of those. SUI's definitely taken a little bit of a hit over the last couple months. You can see right here, back up to 537 was its high, 536, 37, and we're way down here to 225. So we're down literally 50% on our investment there as well. Hey, Austin, just saw Bitcoin dominance highest since 2021 on Coinbase. Can you speak on that? Yeah, Bitcoin dominance is huge, guys. As you can see, anytime altcoins are down, Bitcoin dominance obviously goes up. We can take a look at the dominance right now. Let me see. You can see, look at that, dude. Bitcoin dominance is absolutely killing it right now, right? I mean, it's sitting at a 62%, dude. Last time we were at a 62% for Bitcoin was back in March of 2021, March 8th of 2021. So, I mean, this is pretty good crazy to see that, Bitcoin dominant. That means that more money is flowing into Bitcoin than it is into altcoins. When you start to see this kind of stuff happen, we'll see money leaving the altcoins and going into Bitcoin. Typically, when you see the downward trend right here, that's when usually we'll start to see the spikes of. So when you want to follow this trend, if you want your altcoin to go up in price, follow the Bitcoin dominance, because when the Bitcoin dominance goes down, that's usually when our altcoins will rise. So just another something to watch here. But yeah, Bitcoin dominance has been killing it, dude. I mean, we haven't been this high since March of 2021. So pretty phenomenal when you think about it. People who are scared of tariffs don't understand what tariffs are. Yeah, I think people have their own ideas of what tariffs are. They have their own thoughts on what they are or what they're told. And I think a lot of people just, I don't think there's a clear understanding across the board. And I don't think people are willing to listen to try to get a full understanding. I'll think about it, dude. I'll think about it. I don't know if I want to hold you accountable for it, dude. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know a bet's a bet. But I don't know. I don't know if I want to hold you to the bet. Just appreciate you being here. The IMF and the biz are incrementally easing their hands off the US. They're slowly transitioning to China. XRP price prediction before December 2025. We're going to do, Mr. Hawk, I think we're going to have 2 to 3 rate cuts this year. It's going to happen. We're going to have 2 to 3 rate cuts this year. We're going to have a tax package that's going to come in to save taxes for Americans, and it's going to save taxes for the rich. Let's be honest. It's going to save taxes for the rich. It's going to save taxes for businesses and everything like that. Like, let's be honest about that. And when that happens, we're going to see the markets explode. That's my thing, man. A clickbait. What's up, boss? What's up, Floyd? Good to see you, buddy. So everyone on the stream hates the rest of the world. Good luck, guys. See you next time. What's up, Xander? Good to see you, buddy. We got Code Core in the house here. Code Core. What's up, buddy? Trump, that's big bro. That is on the little bro getting picked on. Yeah. Jaco, you don't got to do it, Jaco. I appreciate your 50. We got 50 gifted memberships from Jaco. Thank you so much, man, for gifting 50 memberships to the A team. If Jaco gets you your membership, please say thank you to Jaco. And yeah, if you got that membership, just realize you can join the Discord and come hang out there. It's really just a space for people in the A team to come talk about crypto, talk about whatever. And that's what Jaco's gonna do. Jaco's gonna gift out. Man, you're awesome, dude. Like I said, I appreciate you holding through on the bet. You don't have to, man. And like I said, if Jaco gets you your membership, please say thank you to Jaco and those 50 new members. Welcome to the A team. And Jaco gifted another 50 memberships to the A team. Jaco, I appreciate you. Like I said, you don't have to. If Jaco gifted you a membership, please say thank you. We got a gifting frenzy coming up here. Just because Jaco's obviously coming through on the bet. As you guys know, Jaco and I made a bet back in, I can't remember when it was. I'd have to go back and look. It had to been probably what, January, dude? We made a bet saying that XRP was going to be to a certain price. And I bet that it probably wasn't going to get to that price by this time. And that was the bet by Jaco. And so, Jaco, thanks so much for gifting all these memberships, dude. And like I said, you are obviously a true man, true to your word, and I couldn't be I appreciate that, man. Like I said, you didn't have to do it, dude. But you are a stud for holding up your end of the bargain on the bet, and I do appreciate that a ton, man. So Jaco has now gifted, what is that? So 250 memberships. Dude, you're 250 memberships. I think you're going to gift what? You're going to gift what? A total of, what was that, 300 memberships? No. 6. So if it was, that's like, yeah, it's like 300 memberships. Gosh, dang, bro. 300 memberships. So Jaco's gifting 300 memberships here to hold up his end of the bargain on the bet, dude. And you didn't have to do that. Honestly, you didn't have to do that, bro. But I appreciate the hell out of it for you gifting these 50 memberships, or gifting these 300 memberships to the A team. You're awesome, dude. Appreciate that. If you got a membership from Jaco on this, thank you so much, Jaco. You're awesome. And now we have 300 new members to the A team. So if you got gifted membership, please say thank you to Jaco, man. And you're awesome. And welcome everyone to the A team and to the Discord, dude. You get a membership. Everyone, yeah, Jaco's coming to have the memberships, dude. I know, a deal's a deal, bro. You're awesome. Like I said, you're pretty badass for doing that. Not a lot of people would do that. Yeah, Jaco's a legend. Not a lot of people would actually do it. And I wasn't gonna hold you for it, but obviously you have some integrity, and that's pretty badass. So I just got an email that I got gifted. Hell yeah, dude. There you go. ABCDEFG. Attaboy, Jaco. Yeah, Jaco's awesome, dude. I appreciate you, bro. Yeah, no, I know, a deal's a deal. You're awesome for it, dude. You got to make sure, if you want a membership, you got to make sure that your memberships are you got to make sure that your account allows memberships, that your account allows gifts. So you just got to go into your settings on your YouTube and make sure that settings is there for you. So yeah. 300 memberships plus 170 likes. Yes, Pinocchio. Fire, a man of his word. Yeah, he is a man of his word. 100%. Jaco's the GOAT, dude. Jaco is the GOAT, Lloyd. Hi, Austin. What's happening in HBAR? My average is 25 cents. Yeah, HBAR's HBAR's been struggling a little bit. I'll admit. Obviously we had this nice little rally right here from Hederagon. I think it's like anything else, man. We're at high risk. I mean, these altcoins are considered high risk, right? I mean, it's technically what it is. You're awesome, Jaco. Yeah, Jaco's badass. I could, yeah. I don't even know what to say, dude. Jaco is a man of his word. Impressive, dude. I appreciate that a ton. You didn't have to do it, but I appreciate it a ton. Mine's turned off. Yeah, turn it on, Pinocchio. We're all awesome. We're XRP. Heck yeah, XRP Army strong. Mine's on now. Heck yeah, there we go. So I think when it comes to HBAR, HBAR is still a high risk play. Every one of these are high risk plays. Like anything outside of Bitcoin is technically a high risk play. Even Ethereum right now is considered a high risk play just because of where it's at. and crypto in general is a high risk play. Like, anything outside of crypto, and crypto is just high risk. So people are going to move their money around. But I think H bar, I mean, it's still holding strong. I'm not going to sweat H bar. Average price is 25, dude. You're roughly like what? Let's see, you're 25. So put you about what, 30% down, 34% down. Yeah, so to get back to where you are, right? I mean, 34% down. So to get back to 25, when you get back to 25, you'll actually be 50% up. So, from where we're at right now, it's about a 52% gain. So it shows you the importance of DCAing, right? I mean, you might be 38% down, but you'll need a 52% gain to get back to where you're at. So, unfortunately, that's where it has to go, and you have to unfortunately keep working your way into position if you want to, or again, it could come back. I'm not even sweating H bar. I'm not sweating any of these, to be honest. Like I said, I'm stuck on the January. I'm stuck on the Q3, Q4 of this year. I think we're in for a good run here. What's up, Adam L? Good to see you, buddy. 18 strong. Yeah, no, you guys are all. However, if some magic moment it hits $10 tonight, you owe me. I know. Hey, if it hits $10 tonight, we partying and we partying in Mexico. We going to Cancun if it hits $10 tonight, bro. That's what we doing tonight. Yeah, you're awesome, bro. Yeah, thank you for the gifted. Yeah, welcome to all the people that got gifted a membership, dude. You guys are all here, dude. Yeah, definitely class act, dude. Love Jaco. Jaco always comes in here throwing those gifted memberships and giving out super chats. I couldn't be more appreciative. What's up, Deb? Welcome to the A team, everyone. Yeah, what's up? It's good to see you, Deb. Thank you. Yeah, let's freaking go. But Cancun, I know. Cancun, we're going to Cancun. Cancun, I actually enjoyed myself in Cancun. I'm gonna be honest. Also getting a break from reading so many posts. I try to keep up as much as I can on the chat here. So right here, 3 factors that could send XRP above $10. So let's get back to what Jacob bet me on. That he can get, that he was hoping that was getting to $10. But here's the factors, right? XRP ETF approval, that's probably one of the biggest. I think this is probably one of the biggest out here, is that obviously allowing institutional investments coming into XRP would be the biggest. It says right here, experts noted that Polymarket predicts an 83% probability of XRP ETF it gets approved here in 2025. So that's one where this could actually cause a catalyst to continue to go up here. RLUSD is the other one for mass adoption here across the board. So as you guys know, Bitcoin's market cap is over 2 trillion. ETH is sitting at 600 billion. And now if you can allow that money to flow into a stable coin, as you guys know, stable coins are becoming the largest launched crypto out there. I mean, even Trump launched a stable coin. So stable coin is kind of like where people can make a lot of money. RLUSD is no different. So if the US government or other people were able to adopt RLUSD more, we'd probably see a nice little flow in there as well. And then the IPO. IPO is actually right here. This could actually happen this year. Some people were thinking now with the SEC and everything, like SEC dropping the case, everything like that, we actually might see an IPO from Ripple here in 2025. I don't know if we will, but I think this could actually help be a catalyst to get us up to where we need to be as well. We'll get to $10. I don't know about $10, but you never know. You never know. Yeah, ETF. Yeah, an ETF, an XRP ETF would be awesome. What's the best way to get ETH-based assets back on? What do you mean, Yuck? My gifting was off. Yeah, you got to get your thing. What's up? 808 Mimis? Good to see you. No one is catching a knife. It's going to be okay. Elon just said U.S. government has no plans to use Dogecoin. Yeah, I saw there. You kill me, Adam. Congrats to everyone who won a membership. Yeah, that's awesome. Do you message people on X? I do not. If you got a message from me on X, Discord, Telegram, definitely not me. Love you all. I love you too, bud. Elon seems pissed. He probably is pissed. I mean, we go back and look. I mean, Tesla, I was telling you guys, Tesla is going to do just fine, dude. I'm not even sweating Tesla. Tesla I bought at 225 right now, sitting around roughly, what is it, 255 right now? So not too bad. Not too bad right now. But yeah, considering I'm still following that, but XRP starting to come back just a little bit. Let's go to the 1 hour chart. The 1 hour chart showing pretty good right now. We hit the fair value gap right down here at the bottom of the fair value gap at 202. Anytime we go into the fair value gap, we seem to have a nice little bounce back. We'll see how far this goes back up. It would be nice if we get back up to this, at least this 225 marker right here would be a nice little bounce back for at least XRP here. H bar coming down hot. Again, if you were able to get in here at 15.6 today, which is the lowest it's been, hasn't been this low since shoot. I can't tell you the last time. I'm gonna get this Bitcoin dominance off of here. I can't tell you the last time we were down this low. What last time we were down this low? We're at a pretty good area right here. This is actually where the fib was created for. Same time frame as where the fib was created for. XRP was back over here in November, but yeah, we haven't been over here since November. So what is that? November, December, January, February, March. Dude, we're going on 6 months. Hasn't been this low since 6 months. That's kind of crazy. You and fans seem to love me, always sending me friend requests. I'm sure it was due to the bet. Jacob. Yeah, dude. You guys get a lot of shit, dude. I'm friends with 10 Austins. That's so crazy, dude. How do people have time for that? I get bored waiting for my XRP ups down. Yeah, it can get boring, dude. There was some charts came out right here. Where is it at? I was just reading it. Where'd it go? Crap. I was just reading how people are like, I don't know where it went. I might have clicked off it, but there was basically something out here talking about how Bitcoin or how holding altcoins there's been a hold fatigue, right? People holding and being fatigued. It's pretty awesome. This is all frustrating. Yeah, it could be frustrating for sure. Crypto could be frustrating. He's back. What's up, B Miller? Salute the A-Team Austin fam. What's up, man? At low XRP. What's your new limit low for XRP at $2? Well, I always said $2.25 and $2 were my buy zones, right? So $2.25, $2 is kind of the buy zone, and that's kind of where I've always sort of stuck it at. And the reason why is because you can see anywhere from 210 to 202 was a fair value gap in here, and then 225 seemed to always be there. So it's nice. Like I said, anytime we get into this fair value gap, into this golden pocket zone, we seem to have a nice little bounce back, right? We hit here, we bounce back. We hit here, we bounce back. We hit here. I'm hoping that we bounce back, right? We hit here, look over here, we bounced up, right? So it seems like the $2 mark is kind of like our area, but we've hit it a lot. But we seem to actually bounce back nicely. So, I mean, I'm going to follow the trends. I'll follow the trends of where we're going here and continue that route. So that's kind of where it's at. Don't get wrecked is my financial advice. Yeah. Well, I think if you're buying a crypto, buying an established crypto, top 20 crypto, and it goes down 50%, Tesla went down 50% and Tesla's bouncing back. But a top crypto, I don't think you're going to get wrecked. It's not like you're going to get rug pulled. It's going to be here tomorrow. It's going to be here the next day. What's the buy zone for H bar? I mean, my buy zone, I don't even put a buy zone in. Technically, this is probably your buy zone. You can see back over here where we've had a nice little level of support right here. Let me zoom out a little bit on this. You can see over here, which is back in November, we've hit this level of support over here, which is nice, right? How far does it go down from here? It's a good question. But we've hit some support here. Our next level of support is around 13. If we actually go back on the day chart here, I was looking at this earlier. There's some fair value gaps down here that you could say we could hit. There's a fair value gap down here at the top of 12 right here. So if it doesn't hold its line up here at this fair value gap, your next one's here at 12 to 11 is your next level. So you have a pretty good amount of support right here at this level. So, that's probably if it's going to hold. If you want to put in like a nice buy order, you could probably put one in for 15 and then put one in for 12 or 13, somewhere in this ballpark. It could definitely hit right there. Almost thought I was going to hit my entry on the on Link this morning oh man, but it took back off at 305, 301. Let's see. Where's my Link? Let's take a look at Link. Yeah, it came down. Yeah, around 13. It dipped down into like the 12.97. How far under 2 would it have to go to keep me worried about a major sell-off? Yeah, have to be a pretty big. There'd have to be a pretty big downfall in the market. You can see the averages, even on the day chart. The averages are coming up here. The 12-hour chart, you can see that the averages are actually starting to touch here, right? So, I mean, you can see it's coming down. And our averages are touching right here as well. We haven't had a crossover here. You'd have to have a pretty big sell-off for us to get back down to $1.50, right? This is the $1.50 marker. We stayed pretty good between $2.55 and $2. Look at that, right? We hit last time we hit this we went up to $2.55. We came down. We're going to hit this $2 marker again. We almost hit the $2 marker. You know, we have a chance for it to come back up to this area. Every time we seem to hit this $2 marker, we do really well. That's kind of what I was showing you guys. We hit the $2, we bounce back, right? We hit the $2, we bounce back high. We hit the $2, we bounce back 255. So we hit the $2 here again. I mean, we got close to it. Doesn't mean that we have to hit it. We hit here again and it bounced up nicely. So, I mean, you know, it would be nice if we stayed in this trade zone between $2.55 and $2, right? But the bounce back might not be $2.55. The bounce back could be maybe $2.35, somewhere up in here. And then, you know, that could be the next sell-off. I don't know. It's tough to say, but the trend's showing that we usually have nice little bounce backs. By the way, we're squaring the bet now. Yeah, we're dude, I wasn't even going to hold you accountable for it, bro. I appreciate you a ton for doing that. I'm going to be honest, man. I didn't expect it. Yeah, I do appreciate it. We're square. I wasn't even going to hold you to it, bro. And like I said, I do appreciate you for holding up your end of the bargain. You didn't have to, man. So thanks, Jaco. J-Man coming hot with the $4.99 super chat here. I have 35,000 XRP at 328 each. I was DCAing with another 15,000 today, or should I open up a new bag instead? Either way, dude, I don't think you have to like physically open up a new bag. I mean, it doesn't matter. Either way, you're gonna average yourself out, right? Even if you buy 15,000 today, we put you at what, roughly 30,000 again at this price. So about 30,000 more XRP, which definitely bring down your average pretty significantly. Probably bring down your average to almost 250, maybe no, probably more. Yeah, probably around like 250. Probably bring your average down on XRP if you did that, give or take 360 maybe. So either way, it all averages out. It all averages out. It just matter how you want to look at it. And again, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Jaco, if you figured in the moment of people that will continue the membership, you are good. Yeah, that's awesome, dude. I appreciate it, dude. We're good, bro. Honestly. Where does Bitcoin needs to retrace to last year's all-time high before going back into an upward trend? What do you think? We're taking 69K. If we're in a bear market, paradise, yeah, that makes sense. If we're in a bear market, I just don't think that we're in a bear market. I mean, we're in stagflation right now. Are we going to come back down to this level of 68? Could happen. That would put us at the just wouldn't make sense. The numbers just wouldn't make sense. So that's only going to put you at a 38%, 36%. You know, but that happened over here almost, right? This right here, when we looked at our previous bull run high in December, you know, we dipped down and we were roughly what? Let's just take a measurement here real quick. Roughly 31% away from that. Where are we at right now? Yeah, we're not even close. We're only 15% away from that. So I don't know, man. I just don't see that happening. But who am I? H bar still good? Yeah, I'm still buying H bar. Also, what is your volume profile indicator called on TradingView? You talking about this one right here? This one over here? It's here. I'll open up my indicators. Why is my thing stuck? That's weird. They changed that. That's kind of weird. They just changed that. I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all. But anyways, it's right here. You take a shot. It's called a visible range volume profile is what it's called. Yeah, I don't like that at all, how they did this. I have to mess around with that. Yeah, I appreciate your insight, Austin. I hope it doesn't happen either. Yeah, I hope. No, you're good. I would just say, I don't see if it's going to do that. That'd be pretty damn crazy. That'd be pretty crazy if it did that. I'm waiting to see if H bar comes down to 9 cents. 9 cents would be nuts, dude. 9 cents would be wild, bro. 9 cents would be crazy for sure. I did not like the new way they did that. That's kind of frustrating. Yeah, I don't like the way they did this. Man, they've done some weird things lately. I don't know why. Also, I heard what could happen, just to be hater talk video, was saying XRP runs a second ledger for banks and business, and that's where the real money is, hence our low prices. Yeah, K Bowers, I don't know, man. I don't know. Lloyd. I don't know if that's probably more just people making up their own theories. They don't really know. I like XLM. You know, ADA is a slow moving project. I like the ADA. The one thing I like about ADA is I do like that they're building a layer 2 for Bitcoin, a Bitcoin layer 2. That's pretty badass. So as long as they keep moving forward there, I think that's good. Thanks, bud. Got you going in my lounge in my kitchen, busy making pies. Oh, dude. Anyways, mate, you will have people crying all the time. XRP right now is clearly manipulated. Anyways, yeah, Jacob, I'm with you, bro, and I appreciate it, dude. And I think the whole market kind of is just on a string right now. You know, we're all taking the word of you know what Trump's being said. You know, I think there's just a lot of fear out there for sure. And I guess really what I'm trying to say, don't fall for the traps of what people are trying to set. As long as you have patience and you just, you know, you don't invest money that you can't afford. If you invest money that you're willing to lose or you don't need, you'll feel a lot better in these scenarios. Dude, I love Litecoin, Jake. Yeah, Litecoin's legit. H bar definitely has a future. H bar for sure has a future. 6-star. My bag's already loaded. I'm done gambling and waiting for rock bottom prices at this point. If I continue to buy, yeah, James, I'm with you too. Just join. What's up, Emilios? Retail does not control. No, dude. Retail will never control the market. Retail will never control the market. Yeah, MWO, you got to think we've been waiting for. I mean, we bought XRP. We waited for XRP to do a lot of this, right? So, yeah, a lot of us just sit back and wait. I mean, in all reality, it's a waiting game, and unfortunately it's a waiting game, and some people can't do the waiting game. I mean, they wake up and they look at their crypto portfolio and they get anxiety because they're down a little bit. What's your top 5 US cryptos? I mean, my top 5 in my bag right now is obviously Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, H bar, and is it XLM still? Because I purchased them. Yeah, I think it's XLM still. Yeah, it's XLM. I buy projects that won't work with money. I don't have its fire. I bought this morning with a tight stop and profit at 210. Nice, dude. 210. Yeah, you're up just a tad bit right now. Markets are actually trying to pull back, or are trying to make a little bit of a way back right now. You know, here at 9 o'clock, you know, they're trying to the market, even the market, this market opened up pretty rough this morning. And you know, the Dow's trying to stay above or stay in the green, so that's positive. Let's see, touches lowest since its worst levels of session. Yeah, I could see that. I bought a bunch of ACH yesterday at 2 cents. Damn, James. What's up, Big A? Tim Shea. What's up, Tim Shea? We got Soul of Jeffy in the house here. Good to see you guys. It's almost all instance. Crypto is a speculative gamble. Do not risk your life savings or cash needed for living expenses on a speculative gamble. 100%. I like Chainlink. Yeah, I like Chainlink a lot. Seiko, what's up, Seiko? You know, 201 buy order on XRP and missed it by less than point. I know those are the worst. Those are the worst. That's happened to me a lot. Pipeline. That's actually happened to me more. It's happened to me a lot. Missing by, you know, cents on the dollar. Yeah, I'm not really concerned about the tariff stuff, dude. I know a lot of people are really concerned about tariffs and what they're going to do to the markets. I guess I'm not really that concerned. No, I don't. I'm not shorting the market, dude. Nope, I'm not shorting the market. What is our liquidation for the day? Seiko coming in hot. Member for 30 months, dude. Longtime A-teamer, OG A-teamer in the house here. And Seiko, appreciate you, my bro. 30 months. Damn. It's almost 3 years. It's almost 3 years, dude. Damn. That's crazy. Thank you for all your support, Seiko, as always. Liquidation. Let's take a look at the liquidation map. Yeah, it's definitely, there's some liquidation being here. What was our total liquidation on the day? Not too bad. 324 million liquidations in the last 24 hours. Not too bad. Tim Shea coming in hot with 26 months, dude. Gosh dang. Yeah. Appreciate you too, Tim. Always holding it down. 100%. Appreciate you, man. The Mayor of Crypto coming in hot. Tim Shea, Mayor of Crypto in the house. Hell yeah. Tim's everywhere. What do you think the next price is for XRP? Well, I think it's going to be a positive bounce back. Like I've said, I mean, I think the indicators have showed us anytime we hit this, we get down to this $2 mark. We haven't hit the $2, but it seems like every time we hit this $2, we seem to have a nice little bounce back, right? So, right, we hit $2, we bounce back, $2, we bounce back, $2, we bounce back, $2, we bounce back. So, I mean, if we hit the $2 mark, we should have a bounce back based off. I mean, maybe this is the one time where we don't, but I mean, trends are showing that we do. It's kind of how it is, dude. Yeah. Don't fall for the trap of what people are expecting, right? We should already be working our way into it. Captain Scarlet. Yeah, I don't know how it works. I never had to do it. I never had to turn it on or anything like that. So yeah, it's kind of weird. I never had to click it on. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Yeah, I don't know how it works. Let's see here. HBAR, yeah, XLM's come down pretty hot right now. XLM seems to, you can see on the day chart, we've had the almost not necessarily a death cross yet. HBAR just working over on the death cross. Again, we don't want to get over the 200-day EMA. Something you got to watch for right there. XRP looking really good on the day chart. Let's actually look at the weekly. Weeklies are always good to look at. Yeah, we just started off this week, so hopefully we have one day of red. Well, I have a feeling we're going to finish off this week in the green. We could go for 2 weeks in the red, 3 weeks. It'll be interesting to sort of see what happens this week. This is an anomaly with the whole April 2nd coming around. Do you have any thoughts on Ondo? I mean, Ondo's a good project, right? It's definitely taken a beating. But I mean, it's down to levels, I mean, that you hadn't seen since February of 2024, March of 2024. And that's kind of crazy to see. But I think Ondo's going to remain strong. Ondo's still a strong project of what they got going on. Dude, Seiko coming in hot. Dude, Seiko, thanks so much for gifting 20 memberships to the A-Team. You're awesome, dude. If Seiko gifted your membership, please say thank you to Seiko. And this has been a gift and frenzy on here between Jaco and Bob Fox and what was it, Joey and yeah, you guys have been killing it with the gifted memberships, dude. So thank you so much. It's fitting for him. We were just talking. My dad was just telling me about. My dad's here visiting me today, so I'll probably be getting off here in a couple minutes because I'm gonna be hanging out with him. He's gonna help me with my taxes. But he was telling me about a place in Austin. What is it called? It is called. He told me to go check out Dripping Springs. That's where he's thinking about moving to. Dripping Springs. I never heard of that shit. Dripping Springs, but it's like right outside Austin. And I guess it's supposed to be like this really nice area. So yeah, Dripping Springs is what it's called. $2 bounce back seems like a rap song. Seiko, $2 bounce back. We need a rap song on a $2 bounce back. Oh, crazy. Welcome. Whoever did that. Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah. Jaco, thanks so much for the $20 bomb again. Let me do one super chat at least. What is your opinion on Doge? It started as a meme joke coin, but now it seems like it's a solid motive. Yeah, dude. I actually really like Dogecoin, dude. The reason why I like Doge a lot, and again, it's down significantly, but when this thing comes back, and this thing will eventually come back, just like it did before, it's going to do really well. And it's a mineable crypto. It's already out there. It's a layer of Bitcoin, right? You got to think. You got Litecoin's a layer of Bitcoin. Dogecoin's a layer of Litecoin. They're all layer twos of each other. I like Dogecoin, dude. It's a meme. It's a joke, but it actually does have some value. Better than most. Get the F off here and be with your dad. I know I'll get off here in about 5 minutes, dude. We're gonna go to the store. Fan's gonna be making some pho today, so we're gonna make some homemade pho. And yeah, we're just gonna kick it, do some taxes, and eat some good food, man. You also moving to Texas? Maybe down the road. Yeah, maybe down the road. We'll see. Is that where you're at? Is Dripping Springs? Sounds like somewhere where an older guy with a oh, dude, need to try out Salt Lake barbecue near Dripping Springs. All right, so if I ever open up a brothel, I'm moving to Dripping Springs. That's so funny. Bijan, what's up, man? You guys are killing me with the Dripping Springs, dude. Sounds like somewhere. That's so funny, Big A. While you are there, go to La Barbecue. They open at 11. Oh, okay, you know where it's at then? You know where it's at, Adam? Is Dripping Springs? Might as well stop by the mothership. I can't take gifts because I'm in Austria. Oh, really? That's weird. I hear Granny's are. You guys are crazy, dude. Oh my god. You guys, the A team's wild as hell. Follow the drip. You guys are crazy, dude. You guys are crazy. Only two things from Texas. Yeah, Dusk Till Dawn's a good movie, dude. That's a good movie. Quentin Tarantino movie. Fan song is fire. I gotta look it up. I gotta see it, dude. You haven't you have to get in early morning for that barbecue. Oh, really? East. So you live in Oak Hill and East Side. Oak Hill. I gotta look that up. Is Oak Hill in Austin too? The trap. Oh, what's up, Hype Soul? I was just saying the trap of the tariff trap, dude. Everyone freaking out, making the markets come down, scaring people, making a selling event. Just don't fall for it. This is the event at the end of April, Austin. In Nevada, you can tour the brothels for free. You just have to tip the girls. That's kind of crazy. Oh, I thought it's a Dennis Rodriguez movie. Isn't it Quentin Tarantino? Didn't Quentin Tarantino make Dusk Till Dawn? Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it wasn't Dusk Till Dawn. Maybe I'm thinking of. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought Quentin Tarantino made Dusk Till Dawn. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. I don't know. You might shoot me, Austin. Oh, he co-wrote it. Okay, he co-wrote it. Gotcha. Okay. Wait for the biggest sale so I can sit back and wait like this. Okay. Don't forget Franklin's barbecue. I love barbecue, dude. So if I could eat barbecue every day, I probably would. I'm off. Nice to have found your side. Appreciate you, Jaco. Dude, you're awesome. Appreciate you. Honestly, dude, thank you so much for holding up your end of the bargain. I didn't expect it, and you're amazing for doing that. You didn't have to. I bought 2,300 this morning at 206. Damn. Okay, and Robert Rodriguez and QT. Okay. XRP Moonbags, April 26th, Austin, Texas. Let's do it. Colonel coming in. But all right, guys, with all that, I'm gonna hop off here. I'm gonna go kick it with my father. We're gonna go make some pho. And just appreciate you guys all showing up today, talking about XRP, talking about where crypto's at. And just don't fall for the trap, guys. Don't fall for what's coming up this week. I think a lot of it's baked in. I think a lot of us already know our levels, already know where we're at, and continue to work our way into it. So, yeah, with all that, hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Thank you to everyone, including Jaco, who gifted a shit ton of gifted memberships here. And all of you who are here on the A team, welcome. Thank you so much. And Dripping Springs is a beautiful area. All right, I'll let my father know. So with all that, love you guys a ton. We're out. Peace out, everyone.